Fellas, look at this view we have from high atop Colorado and exposition of downtown Denver. Well, no, downtown's the other way. This would be East and South Denver in the mountains.
Those are your least favorite places. The East and the South?
That's a good point.
Southside, baby. Let's
I don't
go.
venture to the East or the South.
No, you don't.
I stay on the West.
Yeah. How we got here, I don't know. I don't go north of Hampton very often.
It's funny because he and I are going to be calling a high school game together. He's from the other side of the tracks.
That's right.
Other side of the tracks, baby.
That's right. Although I did go to Creek and I coached at Valor, so I get to win.
What does Tyler always say? The mean streets of Cherry. You grew up quick in Cherry
Hey,
Creek.
kids
right?
grow up quick at Cherry Creek High School. Learn a lot of life lessons.
One thing we all have in common is we're still trying to figure out what the Denver Broncos are all about. And I have never been this disinterested in a season in the month of December. They're going to play a December game in Baltimore, fellas, where they're 9-point dogs.
Ugh.
And I don't know what to watch for. Can you tell me what to watch for?
No, don't know what the identity of the team is. Don't even know what to look for in terms of gambling, although I do know that they've hit the under in all but one game.
Yeah,
so
38's the over-under.
So 38 in this game. Lamar Jackson. Things were a little bit frustrating for them last week. If I was going to bet anything this game, I would take the under. They're +9. Is that right? You interested in +9?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, this is going to be a disaster of a football game. The under is the only thing that you hit. And look, you know what we're watching for the rest 6 games that the Broncos have? We're going to watch Patrick Mahomes twice, although we'll do it in regular time, not prime time.
They're so bad that they took Patrick Mahomes off prime time.
That's how bad Russell Wilson's so bad. NBC doesn't even want to see Patrick Mahomes playing football in prime time. But yeah, it's the under. But you know what I'm watching? The next 6 games? Patrick Mahomes twice because he plays beautiful football.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert once because he plays beautiful football. Lamar this weekend, and then I want to see how bad Kyler Murray is at football, and maybe I can beat him at Call
Tyler,
of Duty.
I want to ask, how would you fix Russell Wilson?
It's a great question. I don't know what the answer to that is because the next head coach of the Denver Broncos, he'll be hired to fix Russell Wilson. Sean Payton said he'd go back and he'd ask his coaches to find all the touchdown throws he's had underneath the 20, all the touchdown throws he's had from 30 to 20, so on and so forth. 3rd and 6, what's he been successful at? The problem is what he's been successful at has been with his mobility, and the mobility is not looking at like that anymore. So this is a really tough fix. I wish I had the answers. I don't.
What if I told you guys the Denver Broncos defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars? Last week, the Jaguars defeated the Baltimore Ravens. Therefore, the Broncos should beat the Ravens.
Wow. Deep thoughts from Vic
No?
Lombardi.
No? You're not
I
saying that
can
one?
rationalize it like that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I mean, can I see the Broncos beating the Ravens? Yes, I could.
So can I, but
you've got a tremendous defense. They weren't very good last week, but they've been tremendous.
Yeah.
At some point, Russell Wilson might look like a Hall of Famer. At some point,
Some
he
point it
might
might
figure
click.
that out, right? So could they beat the Ravens? Probably not, but they might be able to cover the 9.
I know something else you can watch for this weekend, too, because we've got the report last night from the NFL Network that Russ maybe lost the locker room and not Coach Hackett.
Yeah.
I watched Patrick Surtain II in the last 2 weeks not look like Patrick Surtain II. I don't know if he's let himself check out because he knows what the team is, but that's another reason to watch Broncos
Well,
country.
I think-
Who's all in with this team
I
right
think
now?
ask him because he's been on teams. I think one side of the ball, once it keeps knocking his head against the wall, saying what else
Yeah.
can we do, it starts to wear you down. Right?
Yeah, it's tough, but that was my biggest concern with the Mike Purcell deal last week. You see anybody ever do that to Peyton Manning during the Super Bowl year?
You
Did
did it right back at
I mean,
you.
seriously.
Yeah.
Our offense was not getting it done.
Yeah.
Why don't those guys respect Russ like our guys respected Peyton? That's the part that bothers me.
He had a birthday party last night, Russ. Happy birthday, Russ.
Happy birthday.
And about half the team showed up, O'Clissy Poo reported. So he's got half the guys, I guess. Or maybe I just wanted to see Sierra.
Tyler Polumbus, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, he looks like a center back for the Dutch soccer team. Speaking of, the U.S. will take on the Netherlands Saturday, early morning here in the States. And the Dutch are favored, obviously. The line right now, because when you deal with World Cup lines, you still have a draw, but only after regulation. The Dutch are heavily favored in this game. Does the U.S. have a chance to pull off another upset?
In a sport in which the scores are often 0-0.
Yes.
Yes, they do. I don't know. I mean,
But somebody has to win this game. Somebody has to actually score to win this game.
This is you got to move.
This is knockout stage.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
I would say, first of all, a salute to Christian Pulisic, who sacrificed his Netherlands so that the USA could go on to play the Netherlands. We appreciate you for that.
that's
young
nice.
man.
He was back in action, though. That was a nice little pun.
Yeah.
Though.
Thank you. I worked on that all night.
Vic, spell Netherlands.
Yes, this is fun.
That's easy.
Okay.
Netherlands.
That's how we spell it.
How do you spell
That's how Americans spell it.
Well, how do
They spell it Neder.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
don't-
So we don't even give them the respect to spell in their country the way that they spell their country.
Yeah, but there's a lot of confusion. Do they call themselves the Dutch? Shouldn't they call themselves the Nethers?
I don't know. I don't know, but it blew my mind when I saw Neder.
All right, so
I never knew that.
They're minus 111. The U.S. is plus 330. Remember, the line was even bigger when the U.S. played England, and they tied England. Fellas, I think the U.S. has a chance to win this game in advance.
Let's go.
I do think that.
Team USA, all the way. Bet $5. Who cares, right? Let's go, America.